everyone. I'm Ambassador Dr. Queen Blessing Ibigesin, popularly known as Black Queen. I'm a Nollywood actress and a filmmaker. I'm the president and founder of Queen Blessing Foundation and the vice president of Association of Movie Producers Nigeria. This morning, I want to quickly talk about something. I'm on my way for Censors Board conference. The Nollywood stakeholders are meeting. We started yesterday. You know, Nollywood is serious business. You're welcome on board. I want to quickly talk about a topic, something I've been treating. Okay, so this guy is a mechanic. He's been a mechanic since he was 11 years old. He's about 35 now. He met this lady some years ago and trained her. In fact, he was the one that started paying her school fees from SS2. He was the one that paid for SS3, paid for WAEC, paid for even NECO, because he didn't want her to repeat, so he made sure that he paid for NECO and WAEC. You know how difficult it is to raise money for one exam, not talk of two. Now the lady got into the university. Now she has finished university. She's done her NYSC. Okay, she's among the latest NYSC people that will go when they call them, because she's done with university. The problem now is that the girl wants to marry somebody else. He said that the lady came back and told her that, because where she's from, she's Igbo. The lady is Igbo. The man is actually half Igbo, half Yoruba. The mother is Yoruba, the father is Igbo. So the man is Igbo as well. So the lady told him that she can no longer wait, that she's close to, I think she said the lady is 31 or 32, that she doesn't want to enter menopause, so she wants to quickly have her children. And the man says that, give me some time, maybe like a year, now that I'm no longer paying school fees, let me gather money and come and pay your dowry, because bride price is expensive in that area. And the lady says she cannot wait. Now the lady came to him and told him that he has met somebody that wants to marry her, and that he should calculate everything he spent on her, that the man will pay. Now the guy contacted me. He has been following me for so many years, according to him. Said he has been following me since 2011 on normal Facebook, before he got on my page as well, and that he likes the way I treat issues, and that he wanted to ask my opinion, and whatever I say he will do. Now whatever you say I will do became a very big responsibility on my shoulders, because what he wants to do to the lady, according to him, when I asked him, I said, okay, now the lady does not want to marry you. One thing I always advise people: it takes two to tango. Never marry a man or a woman that does not want to marry you, because even two people that are madly in love, when they get married, sometimes there are rocky days. There are days that they will look at each other and ask themselves, what did I even see in this man, or what did I even see in this woman that made me marry her or him in the first place? Now you now find a man that, or a woman that does not even love you at all, and you now want to force her to marry you, you're going to be in hell. So I always advise people, if the man or the woman does not truly want to marry you, before you get to the stage of getting married, it doesn't matter what you have invested. Take a walk, and God will give you that person that will love and cherish you. Look, I believe there is love for everybody. There is somebody who will love you, and you even begin to wonder, what did I ever do to deserve this person? Until you find that person, you will not believe there is anything like true love. It happened to me until I find the man in my life right now. 10 years and still counting. Our love is waxing stronger. We love each. We can't even breathe without each other. That is how much we love each other. Okay, and so I always use my look. You can say, oh, and because you are not the one in the shoes. I just told you, I also have had my fair share of how bad relationships can be, and I weathered the storm, and here I am today. So I now said, okay, what do you want to do? He said that some friends of his wants to take him to a juju person in the eastern part of the country, that the person is going to make her marry, come back to her senses and marry him. I now asked him, I said, if you do juju and marry her, you have to continue with the juju, because the day the juju will clear, she go carry cutlass. And sometimes this domestic violence you see sometimes happens with things like this. I don't want to marry you, you marry me by force. The day my eye clear, I know where I am, then the anger and everything begins to eat me up, and before you know, boom, somebody is already planning to poison the husband, or the husband is already planning to just give that woman a blow that will kill her. So I told him, I said, well, I will not support you marrying somebody out of juju. Yes, you have done something very noble. You trained this girl from day one. The parents knew. They even said they were calling you our in-law. She was calling you her husband and everything. As a matter of fact, she even had 2 abortions for him. Now, what happened is when she got pregnant with the first pregnancy, he said that he told her that she should have the baby and then continue studying. She said no, that it's going to waste her time, and he supported her, gave her money for the abortion. Second one happened, the same excuses, and he did the abortion. So if you look at the story, you will see that this girl never loved this man from day one. She only liked the money. She only loved the fact that he was training her, and of course gave him sex, at once in a while, or just to make pacify him, or just to make him feel they are together. So now that she has gotten everything she wants, she feels there's nothing to lose anymore, and then she's met somebody better. I now asked him, I said, what is the reason why the lady does not want to marry? He said number one reason is that the lady said she can no longer wait for him to get money. So I said, okay, why didn't she say she can no longer wait when she was still in school collecting school fees? Now that she's done, she's almost going to do her NYSC, and then now that and maybe she has met somebody, and now she feels that she can no longer wait. I said that's just a stupid excuse. Okay, tell her you want to take a loan, or you want to tell her now that you have gotten money to marry her. Let's hear what she will say. So he got back to me and said he told her that he has gotten money for the marriage, let them get married. He said it's too late because she has already promised the other one marriage. Now you see my point. You've promised that one marriage. This is somebody you just met, according to you. But I don't believe she just met that man. I believe him and that man were already dating long. But let's agree with her that she just met the man. You just met him. You've promised him marriage. You cannot break his heart, but you can break the heart of a man who took care of your education for more than 10 years. Come on. You see that she never loved this man. She now said that the man, now said, okay, that man that your woman wants to marry now, what does he do? He said the man is a lawyer, a practicing lawyer, and the man is well to do. The man is from Port Harcourt. Okay? And I now said to him, I said, look, let me tell you, this thing is very simple. When you were training that girl, probably at some point the girl loved you. But you see, you are a mechanic, an illiterate mechanic. I'm not abusing your profession. By all means, mechanics are making it a doing well. Without mechanics, we will not have cars on the road. But what I'm trying to say is that you are an illiterate mechanic. She is now a graduate. She would definitely want to, in her stupid shallow mind though, because she never loved, because if she loves you, all these things will matter. She, in her stupid mind, she would want to pick a lawyer that also has money over you. And that's exactly what has played out. She's looking at herself now and saying, why will I marry a mechanic? How can I a whole me? Now she's a whole her, because you have elevated her to that level. And I told him, I said, that is why I always advise young people, don't use your money to train any girl or any boy, because unless if you have the same money as you're training her or training him, you're training yourself, so that you guys will come to the same level or a little bit different. But if you decide to train only her or only him, when he becomes educated and becomes a graduate, a professor, and you when no get certificate, no go dey good enough for am again. It happens. These things happens. I treat a lot of cases like this. I'm just putting this here to teach people, to talk about it again. That's exactly what has played out. Before, the girl felt he was good enough. Now he's no longer good enough, because you know why? She's now educated, and she feels in her stupid head that she's now more than the man, and that level is no longer for her. So that's exactly what has played out. So I told him, I said, well, going to Ayelala or going to Amadioha or going to whatever juju you want to go to is not the answer, because you're going to just create, you want to correct a mistake that she's making now by creating a bigger mistake for you and her in future. If I were you, I will let her go. I know it's painful, but I will let her go. You understand? And then God will bring that person that will love you, and that's your mechanic work that you are doing. There is no small job anywhere. There is no food for lazy man, and mechanic job is fantastic. Handwork is even the in thing. People wey even get certificate sometimes no dey even see job, but if you get handwork, you can never stay a day without making money. That is the truth. So right now, even we that are training our children in school are making sure that they learn something, handwork, because you can never go wrong with that. So for me, mechanic, hairdresser, tailor, whatever it is that you have as a handwork, be proud of it. That's my advice for him. Oh. I also want you guys to, he's bent on still doing it. He said he will do anything I say, and this is what I have said. But the way he is answering me, his mind is not yet there yet. He still wants to do marry that lady by force, and I think that he's going to be putting himself in a lot of mess if he marries this woman by force, by doing juju and marrying the woman. Now, according to him, if he does not do juju to marry the woman, that he's going to do juju to make sure that she never gets married. And I'm like, you are not God. Oh. Let it be. Let karma punish her. Don't be the one to punish her, because if you punish her yourself, what can you really do? You're mere mortal, you're just a human being. But if God decides to punish her, she will be sorry, and she will come back to you to beg. So let it be. If she's your wife, whatever has twisted her face will redirect her back. That's what I told him. So if you think that my advice was okay, drop it at the comment section. And if you think you have a better advice for him, drop it at the comment section. He's following me, he will see it, and by the grace of God, whatever it is that is paining his heart right now, the pain will ease up. Because I mean, a problem shared is a problem half solved. Okay, that's what I believe. Instead of bottling it in, going into depression, he has decided to say it out, and I think that we can all gather together and give him an advice that can help him push forward in life. Like I said earlier, being a mechanic is not a curse, it's a blessing, because he's doing a job and he's making money. For somebody that could train somebody else's child in school doing mechanic work, it's a work that is bringing in money. And anything that gives you money and puts food on your table, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. You should be proud of genuine work. I always love people who hustle rightly and do genuine work. I love you guys.